Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. Make sure you subscribe, that way you'll never miss out on another video. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading on the Pluto retrograde that we're having. So Pluto went into retrograde April 27th, and it's going to be in retrograde until October 6th. Now, Pluto retrograde, what does that mean, right? It's not really moving backwards, it just appears to be moving backwards. Pluto moves very slow. It takes about 12 to 31 years in each sign. It takes 248 years to make one trip through all 12 of the zodiac signs. Pluto is the god of the underworld, god of the unseen, death, rebirth, transformation, sex. These are the energies that Pluto kind of governs. Now, instead of these energies being in our outer world, because Pluto is retrograde, the focus is turning inwards. So what needs to die? What needs to be deconstructed in you? Inner power struggles, how it affects relationships, sexual healing, controlling issues, submissive issues, power dynamic, things like that are going to be a focus, but inwards. And this may go up until October 6th. So there's going to be a lot of healing of your inner power. For a lot of people that have a really fast-paced lifestyle, things may slow down, or maybe if things are way too slow, things may pick up the pace, depending on where you're at. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and start the reading. I'm going to have you pick a pile number or a crystal. So pile number 1, or the aventurine heart. Pile number 2, the red jasper. Pile number 3, the labradorite, or pile number 4, the moonstone. So while you guys are choosing, go ahead and pick which one is drawing you in. While you guys are choosing, I do want to do a quick shout out to Rose Forever. I mentioned them last week in the pick a card too, but this is so pretty, you guys, and I keep the deck in there that I'm going to be reading from just to cleanse it and purify it, because white is cleansing and purification. This is so cute, you guys. If you want your own, I have a discount code and you can head over on the description box, but let's get into the reading. Pile number 1, or everybody that picked the aventurine crystal, I had them upside down. I didn't want you guys to see the chakra, but you guys chose the heart chakra. So let's see what is going on over here for you guys when it comes to the Pluto retrograde. Let me pull out my little sheet here. Okay, the first card that we have, issues with your mother struggles, stuff like that may be a focus. A lot of you may not be able to turn to the mother figure in your life. There's a lot of beliefs created in response to child trauma. There's a need for comfort, hugs, love, being nurtured. This card also pops up because there's something you're not forgiving yourself for, and no matter what it is that you did, she shows you love. And Devi Magali also comes up because there's critical and shaming voices. Now, are these critical and shaming voices in your mind your own voices, or are they your parents' voices, or your spouse's voice? You know what I'm saying? I think this whole Pluto retrograde is just gonna help you dig a little deeper beneath the surface to figure out where you stand when it comes to your relationship with your mom, beliefs that were created in childhood, your need for a touch, comfort, stuff like that. And no matter what you did, something that you're not really letting go of, it's okay to let it go. We also have the Artha of Kali right next to that. Now, when this card comes up, there's a deeper search for meaning. You just, from now till October 6th, it's like you want to know more. You want to go deeper. And that could be like, you could be plunged into like a book that just changes your life, just some kind of knowledge or information or like wisdom that really gets your mind going. It really stimulates your mind. Okay, from now until October 6th, you're going to be accomplishing a lot of tasks. And this, wow, I feel like it's stuff that you have not yet accomplished. Maybe you thought it would take longer, but you're going to do it before October 6th. This card also comes because beliefs that were created to deal with your past, they don't work now. And you got to let go of those old vibrations because you now have this new vibration, and if you don't match it, then it's going to be a conflict. Now, the next card we have is Convey Your Meaning. Reflect on the way you communicate with others and with yourself. Be sure to express your thoughts and feelings from your heart and with respect and sincerity. So you may not have learned how to communicate and react properly and express yourself properly, from your mom or like a motherly figure. So maybe you don't know how to do it in a nurturing way. Maybe you just attack. Maybe you just are very aggressive or defensive or stubborn. And these are the things that you're really going to unravel from now until October 6th. You're really going to learn how to speak and articulate what you mean and like make clear statements about what you want. You're really going to get to know what it is you want so that you know how to say it to someone else, The next card that we have here is Safe and Surrounded by Love. Okay. Keep your heart open and know that you're being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what's going on around you. Okay, so stop assuming and stop just getting into your head about this. This has a lot to do with like mom and motherly stuff. You're okay. You're safe. You're healing those wounds and those traumas. Letting go of this very, very warrior type of an energy within you, laying your warrior a little bit to rest, only taking it out when you need to, not constantly having it stand there on guard. We also have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is very intuitive power. This is a very like a meditative trance-like, just organizing your mind, organizing your brain. I think that's a lot of the focus from now until October 6th. We also have the Emperor. This is a strong leader. This is one who conveys their meaning. That's exactly what the Emperor is. Let me actually pull one last card for you guys, and we'll head out of the reading. So I didn't even have to shuffle, you guys. Surrender to play. So your assignment from now until October 6th is to take a break from overthinking, because you overthink a lot and it has to do with this. But this is healing. You're okay, you're safe, and you're protected. Understand how to convey what you mean and how to communicate and express what you truly feel. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So there's heart healing, heart chakra healing. And yeah, you guys are going to be okay. You guys are going to be good. And if you guys are interested, go head over to Patreon and you'll get more content from me there. And I'll talk to you real soon. Bye. Pile number 2. Or everybody that picked the red Jasper Crystal. I had this face down because I didn't want you guys to see the chakra. But this is the root chakra, and there's a lot of root chakra energy in your reading. If you see the reds in your reading, there's a lot, and blue. So there is this masculine, feminine energy. There's this balancing of that chakra. And let's get into your reading. So the first card we have here is 27, Push to Surface. That is kind of what Pluto does. Pluto retrograde for you, it just seems like it's bringing something to the surface. You may have become complacent. You might be stalling or in need of a new surge of energy. Become aware of the dynamics of your life. Okay. Where in your life do you need to give death to what in order to create what? I feel like this is going to be the theme of all the way up to October 6th for you guys. The next card that we have here is Bhavatarini. And when this card comes up, then she liberates from karmic struggles. And this card also tells me that you guys are going to be heavily engulfed in your spiritual practices from now until Pluto, for this whole Pluto retrograde, now until October 6th. Another thing I want to mention is your spiritual practices will benefit and they will have power. Also, I want to mention, don't let your roles define you. It's okay for you to leave your comfort zone. There's something I'm getting with these two cards together where you were bored. You're really bored and just you want something more, and from now until October 6th, you really go inwards and you realize what that is. What is that more that you need? We also have here the Four of Swords. Four of Swords talks about rest. There's a healing process that has started. This is a time for you to rethink, retreat, rest. Up until October 6th, it seems like there's this ease of tension and anxiety, and you're really putting something in the past, making plans for the future. And this is more of like a quiet time to think things through, this Pluto retrograde. And then we have the Lovers. So the Lovers, right at the end of your reading, it signifies that a change will only be made if you make a choice. So I think this whole time you're just going to be like exploring your options, thinking about like which choice you want and which choice you don't want, like stuff like that. And another thing I want to say is if you're in a relationship, the relationship is going to really push things to the surface. You know, keep that in mind, that if, you know, a lot of times we get stuck in a comfort zone type of an energy in the relationship and it gets stagnant. And so I feel like this Pluto retrograde is kind of just gonna push that to the surface. So like you're gonna want to know why it's stagnant, why, you know, there may be not growth, why is the communication not at, you know, its full potential, why are you not reaching your goal of buying a house? It's like, you know what I'm saying, you're pushing these things to the surface, and your relationship is going to build a foundation. It's going to be rooted strongly because you get to talk about these things and communicate with these things, or about these things. I'm going to pull one more card for you guys from my surrender deck. I didn't even have to pull, it just popped out. So this popped out in reading number 1 too. So if you guys want, there may be a correlation between that reading and this one. So go and check out group number 1. But take a break from overthinking a goal and do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Play is needed for you to activate your root chakra and to feel grounded and to just feel good and safe. So incorporate play into your life, especially in this whole Pluto retrograde. It's just going to help you feel more aligned, feel more grounded, balance your energies. And yeah, that is your reading. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye. Group number 3, or everybody that picked the Labradorite crystal, actually had this face down so you wouldn't see the chakra, but this is the third eye chakra. So that tells me that this Pluto retrograde there's going to be some energy around your third eye chakra. So let's go ahead and start with the reading. The first card we have here is Kalratri. So when this card pops up, she brings out the truth. Initially, the pain of the truth hurts, but it's the way to your healing. And oftentimes this scares people, but here's the thing. Sometimes when something's off or wrong and we just kind of continue life and not address it, that is going to manifest itself into other areas of your life eventually. So we need to look at that. And I feel like Pluto retrograde is kind of gonna help you look at that a little clearer. When Kalratri card pops up from this deck, she is warding off ghosts, dark entities, negative energies. They flee at her presence. So they run away at her presence. So maybe work with a dark goddess, even if that's not, you don't resonate with Kali energy. I mean, that you could, there's Lilith, there's, who else? Off the top of my head, I don't know. But there are other dark goddesses, and they're not bad. They're just able to penetrate into shadow aspects of the feminine. And I feel like that's kind of your journey up until October 6th, is really exploring your shadows of your feminine side. You kind of come face to face with it. You know, you heal it, you look at it, and you connect with it. Because look at the card right next to that. We have connect to source. So go within to discover what needs to be done. Create the shift required to attract what you want. So that's kind of what the energy is going to be, you know. If you hear that, I don't know what that is. I think my neighbor is doing something. It's like a pounding noise. We have 3 of Wands, leaving the safety. 3 of Wands is also cooperation. Your mind and your heart will no longer conflict, because this journey from now until October 6th is Pluto retrograde. It's not going to let you do that anymore. Yeah. 3 of Wands is also, it's like you make a choice and then you kind of get stuck there. 3 of Wands is you made a choice, but now you're ready to move forward. It's like you made a choice, you attained a goal. Don't get stuck there. Keep moving forward. 3 of Wands is also when you are driven by passion. We also have King of Wands right next to that. So there's a Wands energy is pretty dominant here for you. The King of Wands is a very witty person, an optimistic energy. It's a charming. It's a person who trusts in their own ideas and their own passions. They're very persuasive. They make instant decisions. It's almost like they're frigidity and restless. They just continuously seek thrill and action. They're very charismatic. And why do I feel like that is who you are inside your head, but in real life, you hold back? And this Pluto retrograde is going to make you stop holding back. Let's pull one last card for you guys. Surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action. Wands is action. And be confident that you have chosen the right path. So leadership. So you're taking control. You're taking over. Like, you're going to be sitting in the driver's seat now, whereas you were always the passenger. So I feel like this Pluto retrograde is going to put you in the driver's seat. So that was your reading. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye. Okay, group number 4, or everyone that picked the moonstone. So what I didn't tell you is on the other side, there's actually a chakra. This is the throat chakra. Okay, so this actually tells me a lot about the energy surrounding Pluto retrograde for you. Opening of the throat chakra, which means communication, self-expression, a lot of that kind of energy, expressing yourself, talking, letting things out. So yeah. The first card that we have here is Kalika Tantrika. And when this card pops up, this is when your feminine energy must take the lead. Something's not making you happy. And it's not making you happy anymore, but you won't let go. And you busy yourself to deflect the attention away from that. There's another thing that this card reminds me of, and that's that which appealed to the caterpillar won't appeal to the butterfly, right? Think about that. And also just wow, that's so strong, you guys. Moonstone is actually a crystal that I wore on myself for an entire year, a little bit over a year, to help me with anger and just inner peace and like, you know. So moonstone was really helpful to me in that kind of a way, and it's a very calming and soothing energy, and it's a feminine crystal. It's feminine energy, moon energy, you know, lunar. And I think you've just been so focused on that solar, that sun, that masculine. And it's time for you to kind of breathe. I feel like my breath is getting heavy during this reading. I may be getting some of your energy. The next card we have here is 18, clearing the access. So I wanted to show you guys something, okay? 5 plus 3 is 8. We have 18. 17, which is 7 plus 1 is 8. And 5 again. 5s and 8s. 5 is the number of destruction, change, transformation. 8 is the number of infinity, creation, of limitlessness. So do you see that energy? It's going from one energy to that energy. This Pluto retrograde for you guys. 5 of Swords. 5s are also a time of uncertainty. Okay, so you may be feeling like you don't know what you want. Why would you call right now? Who is that? Let me grab that real quick. Sorry, you guys. But yeah, 5 of Swords is a time of you may not have all the answers. There's no constant vibe. You know, you're feeling all type of things. You know, you're tapping into this energy and you're tapping into that energy. That's why it's so important for you to keep clearing the excess, not access. You're entering a transitional phase. Yeah. When Gali performs a dance, it's energy, it's movement. And so you're entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it's in your physical body or your physical space. Ooh, okay, so until October 6th, it seems like you're renovating, getting rid of clutter, getting rid of the old in your body and in your physical space. Body-wise, I would say a lot of you may be cutting your hair. A lot of you may be revamping your look. You know, clearing the excess is like getting rid of the old, the stagnant, and then inviting some new, fresh, vibrant energy. And that's what Pluto retrograde is doing for you. 5 of Swords is you're very much in your head. overthinking. This is a time where you're gonna need to swallow your pride. And just acknowledge the defeats that are in your life, and don't try so hard to cover them up or run away from them. Acknowledge them and move on. I think that's another thing Pluto retrograde is going to be teaching you. Accepting your limitations, and then when you know, like for me, for instance, like I know I'm not good at swimming. I don't even know how to swim, I don't think. And so for me, that's my limitation. So how would I go enjoy myself in the water? I will put on a life jacket and get in the water. So you see, limitations are not necessarily weaknesses. It's, you know, that is your limitation, and then you become strong at it, you know? And then we have the star. The star is feelings of release. So there's a lot of things you're going to be releasing in this retrograde, you guys. This is a renewal of the self. This is a rebirth of the self. This is a more replenished version of yourself that is going to come out by the end of this retrograde. There's a transformation occurring, definitely. It's almost like you're being resurrected, like dancing again. That's the tantrika, right? She's creating movement again. There's a dry period ending and a wish fulfilled. By October 6th, there's a wish fulfilled, but make sure that you are practicing being calm. Soothe yourself, nurture yourself, your body, your spirit. These are things you need to do during this retrograde because of this moonstone that came up. The last card that I wanted to pull for you guys is surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. See, that's solar energy, sun energy. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Flow with the river. That's the whole energy of moonstone. All right, you guys, that is your reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you real soon.